God, I hope this works. Welcome to Collect, Play, Talk, episode 6 for a date that I didn't look at, and it is not on my screen currently. I'm Dave. Joining me is Strawberry Shortcake's favorite person in Tomodachi life, Zaki. Hi, Zak.
What's going on?
Oh, you know, everything is awesome and great over here in the world of gaming. We are not in a crisis situation.
Yeah.
Nothing bad has happened. Nothing bad is happening. And I have complete faith in our industry that we are a part of now. Zach, how was your week? How are you doing? Everything, you waking up? You good?
Yeah, waking up. I woke up today, so.
It's the first time?
First time in a week. I got to awaken just for this moment, and then I fall back asleep till next Friday.
All right, Zach. We do this every week. Can I click the right buttons? It's a mystery to all of us. It's time for What Are You Playing? On Collect, Play, Talk, the gaming podcast where we collect things we do not need. Zach, I'm going to let you go first.
All right. Well, I have my usual suspect of 2. You know this. So right now, my main one, I just bought them all from the Capcom sale from a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, was the Resident Evil series. Right now I'm on Resident Evil 0 because I'm playing them in chronological order instead of like release order. So now the story kind of makes sense so that I'm not getting hit with random surprises here and there. But it's pretty neat so far. I walked into it totally blind. All I know is, Leon Kennedy comes in eventually. Nemesis is a cool villain. That's all I really know. I walked in to go and save the one night and realized, oh wait, this game has limited saves. I forgot about that. So then I had to keep playing until I found more saves.
Wait. You defined saves?
Yes.
Like the ability to make more save files?
So you have to save your game on a typewriter, but the only way to type on the typewriter is if you have an ink cartridge. And I didn't have any, and I didn't know. So I went to go save because I'm like, all right, it's 12:30. I think I'm gonna head to sleep. It didn't let me save. So I had to keep playing.
This is the most archaic nonsense I've ever heard of.
They did it for like the first, I think, 4 games, 5 games. Dude, so I have to deal with this for a while.
I hate save points. They're the worst. You've added to it, though. You made it worse. Not only do I have to find the save point itself, I have to get to the typewriters. You're telling me I also have to make sure I have enough ink.
Yes, you have to find the ink cartridges. And I found a stack of 3. So, the cool thing is at least I know what happens if I die. So if I die, then I can just kick myself right back to where I was within, 5 minutes. So I don't have to waste saves sometimes, but it sucks that I have to do all that backtracking that I did for about 20-30 minutes. That's the only, really bad part, but it's neat. It's neat. I like it so far.
God, I hate this. I just... you know what hurts the most is when you go back to, an old RPG. Even the thought of going back to, Kingdom Hearts 2. Right now, right?
Yeah.
Because Kingdom Hearts is big and relevant again. I'm like, God, I love
Kingdom
this game.
Hearts 4. Yeah, it's not dead. Yeah, I don't know how it's not dead, but it's not dead.
I think, man, I'd love to go back to that game. But you know what? The first thing that would annoy me? Save points. At least you can save on the world map and stuff. I guess.
Yeah.
There are alternatives. You can save. You just have to leave the small worlds that you're in. Okay, it's maybe not as bad as I think. It's still stupid, though.
I only played the first one, and everyone told me that the second one is the best one, and I never got to the second one. I never came back to it.
I mean, that is 100% facts.
Yeah, that's all I've ever heard, and for some reason I just never went back. I don't know why.
Yeah, one is janky and feels weird and is
It
full
is,
of,
you
full of
know.
weird, like exploring weird areas that aren't really that open, but also like just kind of stupidly frustrating to like. Now you're platforming up the trees of Tarzan for no reason, and the
Yeah, I
platforming
remember that.
sucks.
Well, I think the worst part that I went through with the first Kingdom Hearts game was the Ursula fight in the Little Mermaid level. Oh my god, that took me like 2 days to beat because of how annoying the old controls feel and me getting screwed over on stuff.
Yeah.
That Ursula fight was awful. That was the first fight that I ever had a challenge with in that game, and I'm like, dude, this blows. This
Well,
sucks.
well, don't worry. When you go back to the Little Mermaid in Kingdom Hearts 2, it's a rhythm game.
All right, that's even better.
It's an optional rhythm game.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna accept that. Okay,
You don't have
better
to
than.
fight underwater with those janky water mechanics.
Because like the only way you can move is you have to dash forward and then you can kind of turn with it. But then
Right.
like the only way you can do it again is you have to hit that action again, and it's like it sucked. I hated doing that Ursula fight so much. It infuriated me.
Speaking of archaic rhythm games, um, I decided to play Fortnite this week.
You know, I was wondering about this.
Um, Hi Fortnite. You've buried the rhythm game that you put in here. Like it's hard to find. You're so not only did I have to install a giant game onto my Switch 2 because I thought, I'll play it on my Switch 2, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm not here to play Battle Royale. I'm not here to save the world. I'm not here to play Lego Fortnite, whatever that is.
Minecraft.
I probably would have liked Rocket Racing, but it was in Fortnite, so I never played it. Uh,
It was fun. I remember when Rocket Racing first dropped like 2 years ago. It was fun, and then they took it away.
yeah, well, good. Take it away, make it no one cares. Anyway, so I booted up to play Festival because Harmonix is bought out by Epic, and they basically made Rock Band 5 in Fortnite. A choice that I would not have chosen if it were up to me. Um, but I decided I needed to play this game in the uh, inevitableness of living room clutter coming back. I need to at least understand what Fortnite Festival is to
Yeah.
an extent. Everybody complains that the DLC is too expensive. To be completely honest, I don't know how microtransactions work in Fortnite. So couldn't figure out any of that to see if I was being overly charged for songs. I just played what was available. Um,
Yeah. Every
and
song is $5 if you want to own it, so you don't have to wait for it again. And
to
then after a year and a half, I think they took away the ability to buy like the first year and a half of songs. I think it was something around those lines. You'd have to look it up again because I swear to God that happened.
any of that doesn't matter to me, man. That's a waste. That makes it confusing. And if you take away, if you start delisting songs, the value in them is basically worthless because the only reason to have all the songs, I mean, it's fun to play all the songs, but I have Rock Band 4. The other
Yeah.
reason is to play them with other people. Like that is what
Yeah.
makes Rock Band a game, and it is fun, which is why this I don't think works. I booted into Festival. There was no one else there. Despite being online, there is no one playing Festival. I was completely by myself.
Really?
That's
You didn't go into a public lobby? Did you accidentally select private?
I went into a public lobby, but
Wow.
no one joined me. So I mean, maybe I skipped to ready and moved into a private lobby. Essentially, I don't know. Fortnite controls make no sense at all.
I got used to it.
Well, I think it's even jankier on Switch because of the buttons being rearranged. I don't know. It feels weird that I'm like pressing like B to confirm stuff while I'm also holding Y to confirm stuff. And
Okay.
sometimes you're holding X to confirm. And by X I mean triangle.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, man. It is weird to navigate into the right positions of difficulties on the correct instruments. Anyway, after all that, after I figured out how to put the game on expert so I could at least play Rock Band at the level I play Rock Band,
Yeah.
lead guitar with a controller, mind you. I did not plug in my guitars. I want to experience Fortnite the way that people are experiencing Fortnite, right? The people that do not go out and buy guitars from PvP or buy them from Cracked, right?
Right here.
People
Right
like
here.
you,
Yep.
right? So I went in going, I want to play this game the way I would if I had just like booted up a Switch 2 with everything that was in the box and played it.
Yeah.
God, that sucks. I love rhythm games. I like Rock Band Blitz, which is a PS3 game that basically is button controls and is almost this. Except that you're not switching between instruments and tracks, and there's way more buttons and blah blah blah. Anyway, so they do this weird janky thing where to give you a 5-note highway. Okay, everybody who's played this already knows this, but to give you a 5-note highway, they basically map the first 2 buttons as the left and right buttons on the D-pad. And then they take the 3 of the face buttons, not including X on PlayStation.
Yep.
They mark that as basically the next 3 notes on the highway. Depending on the difficulty, sometimes there's only 4 notes on your highway, which actually makes way more sense. But that being aside, this sucks. Like, nothing about this is fun. Like, I am very experienced in my Rock Band skills. I can play pretty much anything other than the extremely hard stuff on expert without difficulty. I'm pretty good. This, I cannot compute how to do chords, like, at all, because I'm trying to think about 2 different sides of the same controller and at the same time, and it does not compute in my brain. It's not fun. It's not intuitive. It is nonsense. So I started switching over to play tap vocals. Okay. Because there's not a lot of chords on vocals. There are some, but it's not as extreme or various. God, that's annoying. I don't think the notes, the guitar and stuff in rhythm, it makes sense. Although the tap guitar is not nearly as fun as regular guitar. Anyway, holding notes is marked weird. I don't know what they did to the tracks. This stuff is pulled straight out of Rock Band, and you could tell. But like, also, what have you done? Tap vocals is weird. It's annoying that they're using the masters in this scenario when the vocals just like completely disappear because I missed 1 note. It doesn't seem like they're in rhythm with the vocals at all.
I've sort of felt that. I remember from a year and a half of playing it. I remember that.
I feel like they're adding notes for the sake of making the chart fun to play, like rhythmically, but it's not adding words where the words are in the songs that I know well and have the rhythm gaming skills to play through these. Yeah. So, all that being said, wow, Fortnite Festival's a train wreck of a game. I'm going to hook up my PS5 here any minute so I can start capturing footage for Living Room Clutter, but I'm going to play it with real instruments. And hopefully it's not an abomination of mankind, but I'm so sorry to anyone who's been trying to play Tap Festival. Like,
yeah, I remember. Yeah, that was me the first year and a half. I didn't have anything to hook it up to.
I'm glad the option exists here, right? Like, I think it's actually really important to allow people to use other controllers to play different modes.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's great. That being said, like, holy crap, can you make a fun game, please? I don't know. I feel like almost like Fortnite Blitz would have been better as a rhythm game, and just the controls are more intuitive. Even like Guitar Hero 1, this is the other problem, right? Guitar Hero 1 and 2, I don't know about 3, used to let you play with the controller as a second player, or you could play with a controller just to play the game in general. You did not have to use a guitar. It mapped the buttons to like the triggers and bumpers, right? And then there was something else, but who knows? Probably just like X. But you like something about that feels intuitive to the track. Like to understand where the bumpers and triggers are, like your hands actually can reach all those buttons all the time.
Yeah.
Like maybe I don't play video games this way, but like I don't have a hand on, like I have a thumb or a couple fingers on the face buttons. Like I don't, maybe I'm not thinking about this clearly. Maybe I need to look at my hand when I'm doing this. But like I don't play games where I have like a hand on every button. Like I don't spread my fingers out and play like. I don't have a button finger for every one like I do when I have the guitar up.
Yeah.
Like I have 5 buttons, I have 5 fingers up here. I mean, I have 4, but whatever. You can slide your hand around and stuff. There's all kinds of ways to play that. This like doesn't feel intuitive at all. It feels like playing like an N64 game with a regular controller. Like it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, the first year and a half I played it, I remember like I really enjoyed it. I mean, I figured out the controls like really quickly just because I was like I don't want to change anything and make anything confusing for me. So I kind of just like have been playing. I played the hell out of it when it first came out, and I remember my favorite season has been the Metallica season. Part of it's because Metallica is one of my favorite bands of all time, but part of it's just because there's so many good songs that they added during that time. Like
That's incredibly
even, like with Metallica and without Metallica, they added so many good songs during that time, and that's still my favorite season of that.
you know, Metallica's relationship with the gaming industry and the entire rhythm gaming genre and just like music rights in general, the irony in that the Metallica season even happened.
It was so good. It was so good.
I missed it. I missed it. I'm sure all those songs are gone. I'm sure you can't buy those anymore.
Yeah, I don't think you can. I remember the first like 5 seasons. It was The Weeknd who started it all off, and then it was Lady Gaga, then Metallica, then it went to Billie Eilish.
I played.
Whatever the Snoop Dogg.
Whatever the Billie Eilish song is in there right now, I already forgot the name of it. Oh my god, it's the worst song. It's awful. It's like it hurts my ears. Like awful. Not like.
I mean, you could listen to oh god, what's her name? Sexy Red song. That's even worse.
There's a lot of the library in general. The selection is bad. You know, it was like the most fun to play. God, awful song. Terrible song. Is Who Let the Dogs Out? But it was legitimately fun on tap vocals. Like it's actually fun to play. But God, it's a bad song.
Yeah.
Okay, I played Fortnite. Congratulations, Dave played the worst video game ever. Speaking of the worst things ever, it's time for the news, brought to you by the Living Room Clutter podcast, where you can now play and watch me on Tuesday nights at 9:30 p.m. talk about the upcoming stage tour, the game that'll hopefully save us in rhythm gaming. Living Room Clutter at Living Room Clutter on YouTube, and the podcast feed will be up as the episodes come up. Get ready. Zach, bad news.
Yeah.
Again,
yeah.
almost like this isn't going to solve their problem, but we you know, want to tell me what's going on and how bad it's getting, and I saw even more worse news this morning.
So essentially, the one that I saw from. It was a week ago, but then they said, as time went on, they said, yeah, this is going to be a lot worse than you think it might be. Essentially, Xbox is going to get rid of a bunch of studios again, essentially as a kind of revamp everything and give everything a clean slate, essentially. This is a part of the overhaul that she's been doing, and depending on how, I mean, she's been right the whole time. I mean, she's been good the whole time. But I don't know how I feel about this part. This part's kind of,
yeah.
Like
so
yeah,
Asha Sharma is laying off a significant chunk of Xbox developers / closing studios and rearranging everything. Which, when you bring in a new CEO or a new executive in any capacity, this is basically like a guarantee. Right, like we have to. Yeah. There had to be bad. She couldn't just make the logo cooler and drop the price of Game Pass. Right, that wasn't going to be enough. She was going to change things. This was going to happen. Right,
Yeah.
What's surprising to me about all of these layoffs is not that layoffs are happening and not that the gaming industry is crumbling, but like Microsoft has already done this like 3 other times.
Mm-hmm.
So like my question is, if in the last 5 years when I had an Xbox podcast, if you bought all these studios and then laid off everybody who worked at them, what did you
What was the
buy?
point? Yeah, what was the point?
What is the long-term game here? And also, like, if you lay off all the developers you have right now, what the hell are you gonna do? Like,
Yeah, it was so how
it's
do I
not
kind of put this?
if
It's tough. It's tough to call because like they bought a bunch of people. They bought a bunch of companies years ago, and the whole reason they bought I think the whole reason they bought Activision was to bring in people back to Xbox and to say this is why we're better than PlayStation.
Activision's the huge one, right? Like that's
It,
the
it was. It was
yeah.
so controversial too because you were getting Blizzard alongside of that. So you were getting World of Warcraft and Overwatch and the entire Call of Duty series. Like
But
that's
as
just the big three. We'll just call it like that.
but as that happened, like also it came out that Activision was like creepy and weird to all their employees and
Yeah, I
like
remember that was going on.
bad people, and then the CEO is like a creep and a whole bunch of like there were layers and layers upon that were not just like, oh my god, Microsoft is buying the biggest third party developer arguably, right? And acquiring all the IPs, which at the time I was doing another show and I said this is probably actually okay, good news.
Yeah, it might be okay. Yeah, 'cause they're giving companies more money. They're giving them like more people to potentially work on it as well to help them get the game going more.
Right. Great. A company with a ton of money also now owns all the IPs to make a bunch of games. Right? That was years ago, though.
That was like 2018. Yeah, 2019. 2018 is when they got Bethesda, and then about 21, 22 is when they got Activision and Blizzard.
Okay, so it's been 4 years. Tell me what's happened in 4 years with Activision IPs. Call of Duty's gone to shit.
We got Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 re-releasing on PlayStation 5. That sounds awesome. That's it.
Okay, yeah, great. Whoopsie-doo, we're
That's
getting...
it. That's
oh my
literally
god.
it.
Oh my god, they took the old Call of Duty game that everybody liked and put it on a modern console so we could play it. Wow.
Those games are so good.
Bravo.
I can't wait to play them again. I can't wait.
I can't even deny it.
I actually can't wait.
No, that's legit, dude. Like that's the thing is like that's great. Good move. But also ridiculous. Like, okay, so for the last 5 years, we've still gotten a Call of Duty game every year, but they've all sucked. And so the solution is to give us the game from 10 years ago that was really good.
15 years ago, that was really good.
Oh God, I'm old.
Black Ops 1 was 2010. Black Ops 2 is 2012. I was still in elementary at the time when those were coming out, and Black Ops 1 was the first one I ever played.
So the problem here, though, like if you lay everyone off, are you gonna make anything? Like
there's a game that is potentially going to get hit the most. It's called Senua, and it's made by Ninja something. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. But essentially, that was one of the companies on the chopping block. But they just released a new trailer for their new game that's releasing next year. And now there's fears that the game is never going to happen because it's just going to kick the whole company out of loop, and then there goes the game along with it. So I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know why you would potentially kick out a company that you made like a big spiel about with this game.
But why did you like also if you launched the Series X, okay?
Junk, hunk of plastic.
What a joke, dude. There's been no games. Like
you want to talk about no games right there. PlayStation gives you something.
Yeah, Sony
they'll give you a goodie bag.
Listen, I think PlayStation fumbled the ball here too. Like I really do. Like this is not I'm going to throw the shade where it belongs. I don't think Sony did a good job this generation, and we continue to talk about the PlayStation 6 and the Xbox Project Helix, right? Like, these are conversations that are still happening for some reason, despite this being the worst console generation, period. Hard stop,
Yeah.
and I stand by it. Like,
Yeah, it's been pretty bad.
like
It's been really bad.
we've had a couple good games. I'm not going to deny that, like, Astrobot and Spider-Man weren't like amazing games.
Yeah.
But like, what the hell happened? And so you went like 8 years now with no games. Like it's what it feels like. It's
Yeah.
really been 6 years with no games. One here and there, occasionally you get an occasional game, and sometimes it's from a third party, which I argue is doesn't even count. So you get a couple good games in 6 years, which is a handful. You are now laying off everyone who's working on games for the future. So there are no games coming. Like, that's what that means to me.
Yeah.
Unless you're laying all these people off in the concept that there are a bunch of games that are done that are not being released. That doesn't seem like the case, right? Like, they're basically, the games are done so we can lay off all the people. That doesn't seem like that's what's happening. Are you going to rehire all these people and restructure that? Even if that's the case, development times are like 8 years. So, like,
Yeah.
dude, when is an Xbox game going to come out? Because if you lay everyone off, we're not talking about Xbox games until the end of Project Helix at this point, right? But if you come out with a new Xbox with no games for the first 5 years of the console, like you just did, what the hell are you guys doing?
Well, they announced, like, during Summer Game Fest week, when it was their day, they basically said they're trying to basically bring back the console exclusive. They're trying to bring it back now, and so now they brought back Gears of War, which I never really played Gears of War, so that's cool for a lot of people. But now they have to go buy a Series X for it. Who knows if it'll be on PC? And well, probably.
Yeah, it will be.
But they got that. They got there was one other thing they had on the top of my head, but like they're trying to bring back people in, and I get what she's trying to do, but now you're just trying to kill off everything that you're creating. It's just
like, I don't
I don't know.
I don't see the win here, man. Like, if
you're not doing anything.
Yeah, like sure, you're saving money, and as a business, your job is to save money. I understand that. Like, I understand there's
$1 billion company. They don't need no money.
No, but right, correct, Zach. Right, they don't actually need the money. They're making money somehow, some other way, off the freaking businesses buying copies of Windows. That's how Microsoft makes money, right? So, like, is Xbox supposed to just be broke with nothing, or is it supposed to like make games that make people happy? And like, I can't figure out what that line is anymore.
Yeah.
If there is really a next Xbox that runs my PC, basically as a PC with a Steam store and this, right? If that's really the future, the only thing that's going to save that console is indies making stuff for Steam. Right, like,
yeah, because you're gonna have all those smaller companies making $40 less games.
But that's assuming that the market for what is going to be an underpowered PC is large enough to want it.
Yeah, and then everyone has to make console controls too at the same time, which some people do just play on controller for some of that stuff. But it's
almost,
like now those developers are being made to now make controller for their games.
There's very few Steam games that don't have controller support. Even stuff like mobile games that are on Steam, like, have controls for controllers. So I'm not super worried about that. It's just, how fun will they be to play if they're not really optimized for this. Also, it's just a PC. You can plug in a mouse and keyboard if you wanted.
At that point,
yeah. So that's fine. I think you guys have to make some games. And if I were Microsoft right now and I were actually going to lay off all these people and end all these projects and cancel a bunch of stuff that's been working on, I would fucking bury my head in the sand. Excuse the language here, right? I would hide for a decade if I were Microsoft right now. I would pull Series X's and S's off the shelf. I would release little to no games and some software on PlayStation and a PC, right? Just finish off what you've got. I would go into development land, make as many big giant IP games as I can. Like, I'm talking like 48 big games that are near completion, that are big, well-known IPs because you own them, right? And then I would come out years later from now, right, when all this is ready, and be like, here's Project Helix. It's the new Xbox. It's just called Xbox. So we're going to get really confusing here, right? And then I would have a Nintendo, like, roadmap of, like, here's a new game every month for the first 4 years. Whether we see that right away, that's a different story, right? Like, they don't have to tell us that, but, like, they need that roadmap. And that's the only way I think they save Xbox as a brand, period. I have friends who are Xbox diehards. They've sold their Xboxes. They gave up. They bought PCs.
I don't blame them.
And I don't blame them. Like, that makes perfect sense to me. I have an Xbox Series X. I want to sell it, but I also don't really want to, like, give it to someone and feel like I'm ripping them off. Yeah. Like, I wish there was, like, a kid I could give it to and actually feel really good about it.
I remember leaving my Xbox One. I left during that era to get a PS4 in, like, 2017, 2018. That's when I officially was like, yeah, I'm kind of done with Xbox. I'm not doing anything anymore.
It's funny because I got an Xbox One, and then I got an Xbox One X because I love Forza so much, and I was completely invested. But I, like, missed 360 completely. I was a PS3 guy.
Yeah, I was 360. Yeah, I was 360, and then I stuck with Xbox. And then, like, halfway through, I'm like, yeah, screw those.
Yeah, it is. I don't know, man. I think this move makes sense, like, business-wise, but I also just don't think it makes sense to save Xbox in the long run. Like, this isn't going to work. You have to make games. You have to employ. You have to do something. Like, you can't just cancel every game and fire everyone. It's not. That'll save you money today, and I understand that's what the benefit is.
Yeah.
But if you don't make any games, when are you going to make money again? So whatever.
The console, that's all they're bagging on. That's the thing. But you can't bag on that for so long.
Yeah, well, it's a shame. It's time for this, Zach. It's time for our general discussion about collecting video games, because this is a collecting podcast, not a doom and gloom. I hate Xbox and the modern gaming industry, because actually I like the classic gaming industry quite a bit. Zach wants to know what our favorite. We have an email, Zach. It came to collectplaytalk@gmail.com. It was from Zach.
We have an email,
and it said, "What consoles do you want to collect for, and why?"
It was basically around the lines of, like, which console do you enjoy buying for, but which consoles are awful to buy for? My opinion has totally changed now over the years.
I mean, I think this varies. I like to collect basically from my childhood, right? Like, this is I like to rebuild my collection with the games and the IPs and the stuff that I actually loved. Sometimes you find out things like Kinetica for the PS2 are not good games.
Yeah, you remember these things, yeah.
But you like them, and I like them because I played them. I tend to collect. That is how my collection is structured. Really, is reacquiring things that I've had. My favorite retro console to collect for, though, is probably the Wii. At this point, like right now, I'm kind of loving the Wii because I love the concept of potentially having friends someday who would come and play these Wii games with me.
Like WarioWare Smooth Moves?
Right, like WarioWare Smooth Moves. I actually found another Wii remote in my house I didn't know I had, so I have more controls than I Thought I did because a couple of my Wii remotes just like died. Like the buttons just stopped working, and I don't have the patience to like take the Wii remote apart to try to figure out why the A button stopped working.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. I'll just go buy another one. That being said, so I always tend to, when I'm at cons or collection or stores, I always go through the Wii games and go, is there anything in here that I don't have that would be really fun to boot up now?
Yeah.
Right? Like, some of these games are it's so much shovelware, right?
There's so much garbage, chicken shoot and whatever FIFA game and all that crap. Yeah.
But like after you've dug through all that, like sometimes even stupid stuff like carnival games, not a good game. Would it be fun to boot up? Oh, my cat found my spoon mixing over here. Anyway, like that's what I tend to collect. Or it is basically that genre too of going, man, it would be fun to play this again with someone, like to play the multiplayer of this. That's how I pick like my games, and it's a lot of PS2 and a lot of Wii because I think that is the era that I just love to pieces. The consoles I hate collecting for is like the Super Nintendo.
Really?
Like, listen to me.
I love to get that stuff.
Don't get me wrong. I love to collect it. I understand the classicness and the history and the value of these games. I have a ton of fun playing those games in present day. That being said, I don't find the amount of joy because even booting up a real Super Nintendo to play most of these games doesn't feel nearly as fun anymore with people. It is the like, man, I could just play Link to the Past on Switch Online. Like, do I love the thrill of having the original cartridge? And does it bring me joy to own and collect it? Absolutely, 1000%. But that is I don't like it. I don't love it because I'm collecting it for the sake of having it on my shelf, not for the sake of like re-experiencing it at this point because I have a million other ways we could play it. I love having it. I love collecting it. I will continue to collect it. But I just like love finding like, here's a janky racing game from the PS2 and we're going to play it this weekend. What about you, Zach?
If you asked me this question 2 years ago, I would have said my favorite console to buy for is the GameCube, and my least favorite console to buy for is the Wii. Now my answer is completely flipped. I hate buying for the GameCube now. I've gotten to the point where everything is now $70 plus.
That's the other kicker to some of this is like I hate buying games that cost a bunch of money for no reason.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff I'm missing now is like $70 plus, and I'm missing some, $30, $40 games, but like it all starts at like Wario World, like that and everything up price wise. I've just gotten to that point, and it's so unfun to buy for because A, it's hard to find it, B, it's hard to find it at a decent price, and C, I'm very strict about my GameCube games being complete already in the box, and if it's not complete, I want nothing to do with it. So it's GameCube is not fun to collect for me anymore. It's not entertaining anymore. But the console I love buying for is the Super Nintendo. I love
God, here we
buying
go.
stuff for it. I love it, man. I love buying for the Super Nintendo so much.
Is the value going down? Is it not as expensive anymore?
Some of the stuff I have for Super Nintendo has gone up again. I haven't checked in a couple of months, and today with what I show, from when I bought it, it used to be $280. Now it's almost $400. So the price of everything is going up on the Super Nintendo, and I don't know why.
Yeah. Yeah.
The great thing is about the Super Nintendo is a lot of the great games on it are like under $60. That's the great thing I really love about it. That's why I keep collecting for Super Nintendo. But the problem is even every time I go to a convention, I'm gonna buy more N64. I'm gonna buy more Wii and Wii U stuff that I'm still missing, and I come out with more GameCube than anything still.
Because the GameCube ones are the harder ones to find. So when you do find the game that is on the list of GameCube games you want, and you find a better deal at a con, or
Yeah.
you can negotiate it better, you're more likely to walk away with that rare, harder game to find.
Yeah, like
The
Go Hyper Grind for $300. It's
the
ridiculous where I'm at now.
the N64 games you can walk away with are easier to hunt down and find. They are not
Yeah.
they're not valued as a high price because in like reality, like most people don't want to play a lot of these anymore. It's like there are you have the big hitters, you have the big ones, right? But
Yeah.
the majority of the N64 library is a bunch of games that no one's desperately hunting out and needs to have. There are super rare games. There are a couple things that cost a ton of money. There's always that. It always happens. It's always stupid stuff. But you go into the con and you go, yeah, I mean, it'd be easy to grab these N64 games that I want, but like this GameCube game that he has in the case is $40 cheaper than I expected it to be. I must get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a ride for me with GameCube now. It's not fun. I mean, like I said, there's still some stuff that I'm missing that are like $40-$30, but it's just gotten to the point where everything I want now, Fire Emblem, Wario World, Go Hyper Grind, Cubivore, all of it, it's $100 plus. It's insane now, and I have to like, whenever I go to these conventions, it's like I can only buy one of these because if I just buy both of them, there goes my money. Like I'm already down half my money within 2 items, and I can't do it. You know, it's stupid sometimes, and I'm really getting like tired of the GameCube now. But I just want to get all of it. Just wait till I get the Pokemon box though. That's gonna cost me $1,000, so I'm gonna have to take out a fortune for that one.
I respect your need to like collect everything and want to try to complete a series or complete a console or like.
Yeah.
Like I respect it, man. But my collecting habits are more like, man, this would be fun to play again, like today. Yeah. That's how I hunt things down. I don't. If I don't have the most valuable, expensive games on the planet, like if I wanted to play them again, I'll emulate them. Like it doesn't hurt me to not own the rare game that sucks. Like Pokemon box has no value. Like to me, like because it's not useful anymore. It's not a game. Obviously not even going to emulate Pokemon box, right?
Yeah,
like
there's no point. Yeah,
there's no point. So like I understand wanting to complete the GameCube collection, and that is part of that collection. But like I don't care. Like if it's not going to be any fun today to play it, then I don't care.
Yeah, when it came to like buying everything that I was buying for, I bought stuff that I originally played, which wasn't a lot. But like mostly when I buy stuff, it's like, oh hey, I know what this is. I don't care for Power Rangers, but I know what Power Rangers is, so I'm gonna buy this.
Well, I buy tons. Like, that's the cheap stuff I buy is stuff like that. When I go, oh my god, I didn't know they made a crappy Power Rangers game on the Wii. I'm gonna get this. It's probably shovelware garbage, but I'm gonna get it and see if it's fun.
I put the Power Rangers fighting game on Super Nintendo onto my list, and I'm like, okay, I know what it is. I finally like got a copy of it like a year after I put it into my wish list and like trying to find it and everything like that. It's like one of the most fun Super Nintendo games I ever played.
It's
Power
a fun
Rangers Tournament Fighter. I'm like, why is this so fun? This is awesome.
Because they used to make really good games. That game. But see, Zach, you basically hit the nail on the head. That is the kind of game that I would get because I know it's fun. I know it's a good game. It's probably
awesome.
I don't think I have it currently, but like I'd buy that. But also I could just emulate that and it would be just as fun.
It's so fun. And I mean my only issue with that game is that you only have 2 mechs to pick from. That's the only really crappy part. But other than that, the game is really fun. I love the hell out of that Power Rangers Tournament Fighter game.
It's such a stupid great game. Oh, Zach. It's time for this. It's time for show and tell because we do this every week. We show a thing from our collection. I'm going to show something weird.
Yeah, you said vintage, and I'm like, all right, this has got to be something wild.
It's not. I mean, it's not that wild. It's just
Yeah.
a very well loved Rock Band 2 shirt from the launch
Oh,
of
there
Rock
we
Band
go.
2. Wore this,
Jesus.
wore this a ton. You can even tell on this camera that it has been heavily loved and worn.
Jeez.
But this I got. Actually, we showed up for the launch of Rock Band 2 at GameStop. Okay, me, my friend Curtis, who's also on the Snack Network, Jeff, who's also on the Snack Network, and I do believe that my friend Cameron was there as well. All showed up to GameStop to pick up Rock Band 2, and they were like, hey, we have a bunch of these t-shirts. You guys want these? So we all took one. They were
Wow.
free. They were free because they used to just like give out promotion material for free.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's sick. Just
um,
to
and
have something.
and I just like despite the fact that this shirt has been worn 1,000 times, it has definitely seen better days. I
Yeah.
refuse to get rid of it.
I don't blame you.
It is an important piece of my own history. I love this shirt, and I will hold on to it till I die. Okay, Rock Band 2, greatest video game ever made, arguably.
I've always wanted to get one of those like old vintage video game T-shirts, like a Resident Evil one or like a Mario Sunshine one. I really want one of those so bad.
I look at conventions every time. Like every time there's a big rack of these, I go through them, I look and I go, man, like like it doesn't hit the same way. Right? It's weird because like collecting games, like I love to grab the new game or the old games and collect them and keep them in my collection and reacquire things I had. Like t-shirts, like unless I got it when it happened, like it doesn't have the same sentimental value. Like yeah, it's cool. I love seeing those old shirts.
Yeah.
But like because it's not mine and it's just like been sitting in this dude's collection for 25 years, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not mine. It doesn't feel like it's mine. The games feel like they can become mine, especially if they're in good shape. They have,
Yeah.
they're mine. They're mine now. They are the games. There's no difference between my copy of Ocarina of Time and your copy of Ocarina of Time, right? Like
Yeah.
we both have them.
Yeah.
The shirts, I don't know. It's like a weird possession thing. Like unless I had it, it's not the same.
I gotta go to one of the vintage shops down the street for me because I know one of them is bound to have one or two, and I've really got to get one. I don't even care what it is at this point. I just want to get one at least.
What do you got for me, Zach?
All right, I decided to pull this one off the shelf. Speaking of collecting for Super Nintendo, it's honestly my most expensive game so far until I buy the $1,000 copy of Hagane for Super Nintendo one of these days, and that game looks super cool. It's my copy of Earthbound. Oh Jesus, there we go.
There.
It's my copy of Earthbound that I have, and I love that I have this thing now. I bought this for $275. I walked away from the guy because he wouldn't go lower than like 290, and then I just basically walked back up to him with more confidence and said, "I'll just give you cash, 275, and we'll call it here." And he gave it to me, and now it's almost $400. I don't know how that happened.
Spoilers, he
Um,
was happy to get rid of it.
Earthbound has always been in my top 10 games I need to play. Honestly, I'll probably, now that it's on the Switch and Switch 2, I'll probably play it on there. But that was the purpose I bought this. But now, since it's on the Switch and everything, I just put it in a plastic case and I said, yeah, I'm just going to protect this game now. I don't want it to break. I don't want dust on it. It's just going to be a collector's piece at this point. So I'm
Agreed.
excited to finally have that onto there. Which there's another game on my shelf that I want to show one of these days that I don't want to spoil that I also have as well. That I just keep in a case now.
The special, see, that's the thing. You basically just proved my point. it's like it's cool. I'd love to have a copy of Earthbound. Don't get me wrong. I love that you have it. I love that you get to show it. I'd love to own my own copy.
Yeah.
It's just not on my list of like I don't want to pay $400 to have a piece of plastic that I can just play another way. Like
I was so lucky at the time to pick it off 2 or 3 years ago for 280. I saw it like dipping down in price constantly, and I'm like, This might be the cheapest I ever find this game is at 280, and the guy forked it over for 275, and
Yeah,
it's
like
it's almost $400. It's insane now. I can't believe that.
I'd love to. I don't know. I'd love for like a real company like Nintendo to like actually reprint games, just to
Yeah,
like help the market a little bit. Like,
that's what Square Enix does with all the Final Fantasies. They just did it again with Final Fantasy X.
well, they put it out on real cartridges, but for
Yeah,
modern systems, they put out the remasters, right? Which I think is also an essential way of helping the market stay level,
yeah.
right? Like Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green shouldn't hold as much value anymore because you can play them for $20 on the Switch.
Yeah, I don't even know what they are now ever since those got re-released. I know I
Which
have Fire Red, and Leaf Green was always more expensive because not as many people bought it because everyone thought Charizard's cooler. That was
is
literally the reason.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
I'd have to look it up. I'd
I
have to see what my Fire Red's at now.
I was there. I understand why Fire Red sold more. Like the thing is I think having the ability to play it is what the majority of people care about. Did it go up in value?
It went up by $50. It used to be
Oh
70.
God!
It's 120 now. I got mine for free. A childhood friend of mine said he didn't want it anymore and gave it to me.
What a dumb move, stupid
I
childhood
have
friend.
it now. I still have it. I still have that original Fire Red copy, and I'm looking for a Leaf Green copy. I wonder what Leaf Green's at now.
Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
I don't. You would think this would help, and I think what it should do is help, because like the reality is most people just want to play the game. Giving people a legitimate way to play it is what I'd prefer. Like I love that the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters exist, right?
Yeah.
Like great, perfect, that's fantastic. I just don't. I don't like buying really expensive things that aren't good.
Leaf Green's at the same price. It's 120. They're in the same range, so you
That's
could buy either or.
Yeah, but see, 120. All right, so here's the problem, Zach. Right, this is why my life is ruined. Right, is going and buying Game Boy Advance SP, because that would be the only appropriate way to play it. Right.
Yeah.
I went to go buy like a $200 sticky Game Boy SP that I either need to clean or like refurb myself or pay.
You can get a decent one for like $80. Those aren't too expensive, actually. SPs. Those aren't too bad now.
Yeah, and then replace the battery. I gotta get a new one. Blah blah blah. Anyway.
I gotta get a new one because I used to have my friends, and he gave it to me, but then he said he wanted it back, and I said, you know what, you can have it back. I honestly can always go buy another one. Which honestly, I really want the NES version of the Game Boy SP if I ever buy another one.
I have an atomic purple Game Boy Color that I got for $3 at a thrift store.
I still have my original purple Game Boy Advance. It has an ink splotch on it. I used to write down the codes, and my pen exploded all over the games.
my yellow Game Boy Color is long gone. But I love my yellow Game Boy Color so much. Something in the system, not the batteries, but the whole system itself, like overheated to the point where like I had to throw it out. Like it melted. It melted a little bit. Like
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was way late into the Game Boy era. Like I had that thing for years before that thing happened. But it was like,
you got to get a new one now.
I don't think this is safe. I have to get rid of it.
I mean, a Game Boy survived an atomic bomb in the Gulf War, so
I understand that. I realize that now as a fully functioning adult, to realize that I probably could have saved it. That being said, I don't have it anymore. So I had the purple one. I have an Ambernick that is a Game Boy SP that I love and has every single Game Boy game ever made on it, with about 3 minutes worth of work to make that a possibility. So, pick your battles, my friends.
Yeah.
Um,
I have a Game Boy Advance, like I said, but if I ever play any of the Game Boy games, I play them out in my living room on the Game Boy player for GameCube, and Jesus, what an incredible $250 purchase I made right there. Oh my god.
even a $60 copy of Pokemon Fire Red right now would feel expensive to me. You know what I
Yeah, because they
mean?
used to be 40. Yeah.
They were $40 games. Video games cost $60 to $80 apparently in present day, and yeah, like I don't know. I just don't want to pay double what the cost is of a modern game and also have to play it on retro hardware just to justify playing what is like one of the most classic games of my childhood, which is actually a remake of a classic game of my childhood. Like there's just layers there, Zach. Like that, it just hurts. Don't get me wrong. I'd take a copy of Fire Red or Leaf Green if somebody wanted to give me one.
Yeah.
But I don't want to buy it for that price. That doesn't bring me joy. It just makes me sad that I spent money.
I'm always happy to spend money on a game. That's why I spent $275, $280 on Earthbound.
Let me know when you get older, Zach, and how you value your money.
We'll see how I feel in 10 years.
Oh, God. All right. I'm going to have to mess with that because that's not how that's supposed to work. Anyway, this has been Collect, Play, Talk, episode 6. I'm Dave. That's Zach. You can follow the show at Collect, Play, Talk on Twitter. You can also watch us on YouTube at Collect, Play, Talk, where I need to post more shorts. If you want more of me, you can watch the Snack Network, where I taste new things almost every single day. At the Snack Network, at the Snack Net, some places. That's a place to check out. And Living Room Clutter comes back this Tuesday, the #1 rhythm gaming podcast from 2015 at Living Room Clutter at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Living Room Clutter YouTube channel. We will be live, me and Keith Dahl, to talk about Stage Tour, hopefully the saving grace of rhythm gaming, because it definitely is not Fortnite Festival. Zach, any final words?
Not even.
No, he shook his head.
Not this week, at least.
This is an audio podcast. You cannot shake your head with things. Guys, we'll see you next Friday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on the Collect, Play, Talk channel. Enjoy your podcast, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.